Our three heroes, Catechus, Zor, and Catlo, are leaving the tavern with the guide. They head through the forest and start exiting it several hours later towards a clearing. The guide points to the distance, says, "Keep heading straight, you'll see it on the horizon, can't miss it." Heads back to town, mumbling something about his cologne, and leaves our heroes to their own devices. They continue up the road a bit more, and they begin to observe an altercation. Our fourth hero has not quite arrived home yet at this time, so it's just our three adventurers at the moment.
Cat wishes to, like, rummage through the grass a little bit, looking for another grasshopper.
I see this being a constant thing with him. Alright, we're on a path.
That's a tree.
Well, that's the grass under the tree, yada yada, so on and so forth.
I mean, I'll let you look for one more grasshopper.
Fine. What is it? Perception check? No,
nature.
Nature, or...
You don't even know if grasshoppers exist.
This area doesn't look like it would support grasshopper life.
Can someone find me a grasshopper?
No.
So
I'll
what
not
happens?
eat them later.
Is that what you're asking your party?
Oh, wait, no, hang on. He just threatened to eat.
This is going so smooth.
I swear to God. You know what? Catler just walks off.
I will follow at a distance of approximately 15
He
feet.
exclaims that
Okay.
he needs it.
Catler ignores him.
Everyone's leaving you behind, Eugene.
Oh,
Stop.
Cat walks forward.
Oh, you said you were 15 behind, right? Move yourself 15 behind them.
Me?
Kiske.
That's 20, isn't it? 15
Well,
would be here.
15 feet. I said about 15 feet behind. So
Yeah,
15, 20. I was gauging while I was moving it 3 empty slots. So 15. And Cat's
Cat
going to be
says
right up next to you, apparently. So
Cat says y'all move slow.
What to the fuck off, Eugene. Get back.
So, you stop briefly on the path. In the horizon, you see the wall with that the guide was mentioning, and before you see a man with a hat with a feather in it, pointing a weapon at a woman on the road. You can clearly see that there's somebody on the ground. It's a little too far to tell, but if they're bleeding or not. What do you do?
They're on the ground, like, what? Is the man, like, in a threatening position as well?
He's in a threatening position. He's pointing at the person on the ground, pointing the weapon at the woman.
They see us. Or are they, like...
He hasn't noticed you yet.
okay, so who's taking?
You're walking up the road.
The
There's
group?
there's like a slight a little bit of an elevation to it. So he's completely focused on the people in front of him right now. He hasn't noticed the group yet.
Right, and it's just... Because, Catler's immediate impression is to charge at full force to tackle him.
All right.
The cat looks confused, draws his weapon, and says "food" with a question mark.
I hate you. Yeah, charge at full force. Like, can I move forward or do you want
Move 2 more squares. Okay. Kiske Yuji, you see Catlo, still don't know their name, running forward towards what you could tell is just a man pointing at 2 people. You know, it's some kind of situation. Are you following?
Cat kind of like gets in like the prowl kind of thing and kind of moves over to the left.
Are you following, just sneaking?
Yes, I'm following but sneaking.
All right. You can move up 2 as well. And
Both
wherever
of
you...
are sneaking ass.
I'm a cat. What do you think I was going to do?
And Kisker, what do you plan to do? Sneak as well?
Why can't you land your claws in something like a cat would normally do?
Oh, I moved my movement, and I took my action to do the thingy.
Okay.
I don't know of a moral compass. Fucking Christ.
So
I'm quote unquote hiding. Okay, so here I'll throw my icon up. Where's that ninja guy burglary face?
all right, ninja guy burglary face sneaking. I guess Yuji, since you're prowling, put on the same face.
How do I do that?
Click on your icon. The little ball thing. Actually, that one does look more ninja.
Yeah, that one does. Down at the bottom right corner. And,
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my cunning action.
Okay, so he's moved there.
So that is my official actual, I could do everything before an initiative actually starts.
Okay. So now we are initializing.
Basically,
First
it's
thing to
you,
explain-
us, then bad guy.
Yeah, okay. First thing to quickly say, by the way, is I have 40 speed because monks get a
Yep.
extra 10 thing.
Yep.
While I'm
Dark knows it
not in
well.
armor. So I'm going to move 10, 20, 25, so I'm right in front of him. Omairayo Shindeu.
The woman shrieks as the Dragonborn just literally appears out of nowhere.
And, yeah, like... Okay. Listen. I'm not here to explain it to her. I'm here to...
No, this is the heat of the battle.
Yeah.
She shrieked because this blur just appeared in front of her. She doesn't know what it is.
Cut! She does it. Alright, and then I'm going to do a monk unarmed strike. It's an 18.
I'll let you roll with advantage because you basically just ran in there.
Cool. I mean,
he
well,
rolled
yeah,
18, though.
I might get
You
crit.
might crit. Nope.
Okay,
no crit.
18. And then you want me to roll damage, I assume?
Let's see. His AC is completely blurred out for me.
That means he either has no AC or absolutely all the AC.
No. Let's see, you rolled an 18 if I'm reading that right. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Alright, that is definitely a hit.
Alright, and then I click this. 5 bludgeoning.
Ugh. Takes a punch to the gut.
Hang on. Is that right? 1d4 plus 3. Yeah, that's right. Okay. And then, I'm gonna use a key point to activate this. It did not activate. Hang on. How do I... Oh, I have to press this button. Okay. 2 more unarmed strikes as bonus action.
Triple
So-
hit.
I assume these won't get advantage because he's aware of me now.
Oh, no. You punched him in the gut. He's well aware you're there.
Alright, so 2 more. Alright, so another monk unarmed. Ooh.
That hits.
Alright, so damage for that. 7. And then 1 more. 9. Yeah.
9 does not hit.
So I hit 2 and then whiffed my last one. Okay. Alright, so that's my turn. I say I just came up and double punched
I'm
with
gonna let
the
Yuji go
stomach.
before me because I'm being called for something, so I'll be right back. I'll have my
Sure.
headset on.
Alright, so the guy, he just got hit twice. He's well aware that you're there. Got hit 2 times. Still pretty stable on his feet.
Okay, no.
Kisker shifts his turn, so Yuji.
I'm going to move Oh, I can. Oh no, because sprint would be a second action.
I think you can only move so fast when you're sneaking.
Yeah, I think it's half your movement speed. So I'm gonna move behind this tree, like right about here.
I don't know why, but I'm slightly reminded of Mercies and the Bear. Alright, so that's your movement then.
Yeah, okay.
Do you do any actions?
Not from this distance, no.
Okay. Does that end your turn?
Yes.
And the tall one, since I don't know Cat's name, was really quick to attack.
They looked bad and they were screaming and stuff. Not gonna say.
Basically, the Dragonborn lunged in, hit the guy twice, missed once, jab jab. Woman screamed, this blur appearing out of nowhere, and the cat snuck off to the left.
Are there any easily identifying marks on the one that was just smacked in the butt? Like, I'm mentioning feathers.
You notice the feather in his cap is black and red.
That's the same color as one of the arrows, right? I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool! I was right to punch this guy.
Or were you?
I'm glad you were worried about that and yet hit him 3 times.
Alright, so
Look,
I
one of
guess
the
I'll
things
follow
about
the
my
party example and attack.
Look, one of the things about my character is, like...
I know,
I'm
you're
very
quick to
brash.
jump in. Yeah.
Very brash.
Does a 15 hit?
What did you shoot?
An arrow.
An arrow. A 15 does hit.
Were you supposed to roll with advantage, sir?
He's sneaking.
Snuck and hidden, and technically he doesn't know I'm there, so surprise, so motherfucker's going down.
Surprise.
So...
So it's both those damages, right?
all those damages. It counts as a crit, I do extra damage, and I do an extra 1d6.
Okay, so the 5, the 9,
So
and
one
the 2.
arrow comes out. Okay? That's
Yeah.
16 damage. And I am no longer hidden.
Alright. Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Alright. So to recap, we got a hidden cat on the left, arrow shooty guy just appeared out of nowhere, and this dragon guy in front of him. This guy is all like, got hit with an arrow, he's feeling that, he's bleeding. But all he knows right now is that you're there, Spam, so he's going to focus on you. He's going to attack.
Okay.
I hope this works. Does that hit?
If it's the same, does it hit?
Yes.
Then yes, it hits.
Alright, you take 7 bludgeoning damage from his mace.
Okay, damage taken.
Alright, and because this guy's a son of a bitch, it's multi-attack.
That definitely does not hit.
That arrow that's like shoved in his breastbone, it's really affecting his aim. He swings and he misses you. You feel the air rush past your face, but no otherwise damage is taken. And he kind of shuffles around you like some kind of disco dancer.
Cha-cha, real smooth.
And he ends his turn. And it is now spam.
Yeah. Okay. So he's behind me now.
Yeah, it doesn't really give him any kind of advantage or disadvantage to you.
You're
It's
very
just-
aware of him, and you could have rotated as he did it. It's not like he
Yeah,
snuck
I know.
up.
Yeah, so I just sort of turned to him.
He just knows that an arrow came from over there. He has an idea of where the person is, and he's just kind of repositioning himself.
Oh no, I'm clearly in line of sight now. He can definitely see me.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he's positioning himself.
Where are you anyway? Oh, I
Down
see
and to the
you.
left.
Alright, well. How about we punch him some more?
Okay.
Ah!
Oh shit!
Okay, so, in that case, and upon striking them very solidly in the chest, I then use another key point to punch him twice again. That's the wrong one. Oops. That one.
Super longest record, and that's what I meant to do.
So,
Just a quick
well,
question: how many key points you got? 3?
3.
Now
All right,
he's
well
got
you
one.
have 1 now.
I told you, my character's very brash. So I missed that one, definitely.
That solid blow had you so confident.
And then I got a very good one again.
You almost crit again there.
Yeah. And then I'll roll damage. 7. Okay.
You're in such a rage that you just blindly punched and missed. But then you followed that up with another quick left jab.
What?
And-
Yeah, it was a distraction. He was looking at my other fist and missed, and then I punched him in the mouth.
And you make a solid hit. This guy's definitely staggering around. He's seen better days.
Nice. Alright, that's my turn. I'm gonna go to the bathroom in the meantime.
Alright. Spam's character just suddenly starts going right in front of the guy.
Please don't. Don't do that. Alright, I'll be right back.
Alright, Yuji's up next.
Yuji wants to climb the tree.
You have a 10 climbing, or what's your climbing speed?
I don't know, it doesn't say.
If you don't have a climbing speed given by anything, it's normal, which is like half of your movement max. So if you move 10 to get there, and you've got 30 movement, you can only move 20 technically, which means you can only climb up to 10 feet.
Yeah,
How
so
tall is the tree?
the tree's about a standard tree, about maybe 20 feet.
20 feet is not standard tree.
Alright, I'll cut you a deal, 15.
Oh, God. My movement speed is 35.
Okay. And you moved how many?
I
You
was...
moved 20?
5 towards the tree.
Yeah,
Well, no, he was closer to me, so 5, 10, 15?
I was here.
Diagonally,
5.
if you went diagonally, how's diagonal? Let's just keep it simple. Diagonal's like 5-ish,
That is
so
still 5.
10.
You moved 10 to get there.
Yeah, 10 to get there. So you got 25 left.
Would you round down? So you can go up like 10 feet.
So you're basically like climbing up the tree. You're 5 feet from the top, but you're just kind of grasped onto the trunk with your claws.
Remember, the top of the tree is like flimsy branches anyway. It wouldn't hold your weight.
Okay.
If he sits in the middle, like the solid part of the trunk, he should be okay.
How far do you think I could launch myself off of this tree?
What's your jump?
I don't have a jump.
I'm asking if your character has any special things, like pouncing or whatever.
Let's see.
I wish I had a pounce. Nobody found me any grasshoppers.
I think it's like half your speed.
No, nothing to do with speed.
Okay.
A standing long jump would be half of the distance that you could do from a long jump normally, which is... Fuck, gotta open the page. You can move a number of feet equal to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet, so that's a full long jump. So, whatever your strength is, in half is how far you can standing jump.
So my strength is a 19.
So
I
like
can-
10 feet.
Okay.
15 if he wants to be lenient since you were almost 20.
And saying once you're up there at like here, you would land like here.
I mean, if you want to get triangles involved, we can, but that would just
No.
add 5 feet.
Yeah.
No, I want to land right here.
You could pretty much land on the dude spams pummeling without getting geometry involved and making it too precise.
Yeah.
Then I want to pounce him.
Well, you already used all your movement getting up the tree.
I can't sprint while in tree.
But I mean, he hasn't noticed you. So, god damn, you're sneaky.
To be fair, I feel like that has something to do with the fact that there's a giant Dragon Ball standing in front of him, punching the living shit out of him.
He's being
Arrows.
pummeled and shot. I mean,
And the arrows being fired into his back.
no, it was in his gut. There was only one arrow.
So, alright, so you're readying yourself to pounce. You've used all your movement. Anything else? Remember, if you yell anything, you won't be hidden anymore.
I can't cast a spell on myself either.
You can do an action.
I could, but I would burn down the tree with me in it.
That is your choice.
No, I'm good.
Okay. I think I moved that right. Yep. Alright, Kiska, your turn.
This is your chance to surrender if you want to live. Then I will hold my action until he can reply. Or chooses to reply. Can do now.
The guy yells out, "Redfoots never surrender."
Yeah, that answered that question.
What did he say, sorry?
I gave him a chance to surrender. And he said Redfoots never surrender.
What?
Ooh, that's a bad move on his part, isn't it? That hits.
You have the chance to surrender. No! Alrighty then.
All right, I gave you a chance. Let's see here. I could then use dash. Move. Okay. Grab icon.
There we go.
Yes.
All right, and initiation is over. He's dead.
Oh, good.
Your arrow whizzes out. His defiant look as he yelled, "Redfoot never surrender," is still on his face, and your arrow just goes in one eye and out the other, and he just drops.
Oh!
In that case, I can move to him.
All right, and combat is over for
That
this
means I can
particular
move to him, right?
situation. This means you can jump on him.
I'm gonna pounce the body.
That's
That's
the body.
me!
That's not the body. That's not the body either.
The tiger jumps out of the tree and lands on the helpless victim,
No!
bleeding on the ground.
What are you doing, Yuji?
I don't see which one's him. Which one's him?
This
That
one.
You are
This
not-
one. The one we
Oh.
punched and killed and shot.
This
that moved.
this Lionel, which is a race you don't know it is yet, jumps around body to body until landing next to the villain you just destroyed.
No, not next to, on. I pounce on.
Okay, he's on him. Under him is the body. Are you still sneaky? Because I'm pretty sure that was
No, he's
noticed.
not. That's
I'm
gone.
gonna count it. Alright, I'm just gonna ignore Eugene. There are two women here, right? Or is it a woman?
No, and before you is a man's body, bloodied on the ground. Clearly, it looks like he's been stabbed. The upper area in between the chest and the neck looks to be a clean jab between. He is moveless, motionless. The woman is otherwise startled, doesn't quite know what's going on. Seems a little bit more relieved, but not quite, because this giant dragon is standing in front of her.
Well, I stand up. I approach her slowly, as to not startle her, and ask, "Are you okay, ma'am?" I'm trying to take... Okay. And also try maybe to direct her attention away from the lion.
She's just like, she looks dumbfounded, like looking between you and the lion, and you. Calms down a little bit. Sir, what do you want to do with me?
So what you're saying is she's not paying attention to me at all, and I can pickpocket her.
No!
Her attention is fixed on the Dragonborn right now. Not the body, not kind of the lion.
No, I'm gonna examine the dead guy. Not the fresh dead guy. The previously dead guy.
Cat picks up the dead guy in his mouth and walks off.
No.
Which dead guy?
Stay.
Meow. The one I pounced on.
The
fresh dead guy.
You go to bite down on the collar of the fresh dead guy, but the halfling stops you, saying, "Wait."
Alright, well, what... I talked to the woman to go, "We're not here to do anything to you, I just saw you being threatened by that person and took my chances and attacked."
To be fair, I gave him a chance to surrender.
Yes, you did. I didn't.
Oh, thanks heavens! You saved me! This rapscallion jumped from the bushes over nya!
Over nya!
Did you know this gentleman?
I to agree to play with you, we can never make that noise again. just stop that voice, or I'll just have to never play. Oh my God.
Okay. Speaking in woman's voice in quotes. He came up from the bushes over there, and he attacked my husband without warning, just stabbed him. Right through the chest. Then he had this knife pointed at me and just demanding our belongings. Then you came.
I would like to ask the woman if I can eat her husband.
No.
Damn it.
Okay.
Can you kill that thing too?
Well, not
He's
yet.
supposed to be-
Or is he with you?
Sort of with us.
The Dragonborn Catler just gives a shrug. He hasn't eaten us.
Can you get off of the bad guy, please? I need to check if he is any way affiliated to the previous murders.
Meow.
I go to inspect the body of the husband to see if he's still alive in any way.
Cat wants to rummage around in the forest over here.
Roll medicine check.
Uji goes off to find that elusive grasshopper.
Fuck.
Yuji, I'll let you roll 4 times. If any of them is a 20, you find a grasshopper.
God damn it, Dark.
This is not grasshopper territory. It's too cold.
Uno. Dos. Tres.
Hup.
That's a 21.
Do one more.
Oh, I'm gonna get average, darn I.
Well, maybe you found 2 grasshoppers.
Yep, you only find 1 grasshopper. But by God, it's the most lovely grasshopper you've ever seen.
Okay, I rip off its legs and throw its body into the woods.
They love you. You now have a legless grasshopper.
Alright, so Spam checked to see if the dude was alive. With a 9.
I don't need to know how the body works. I just need to know if they have a pulse.
You check his pulse, not being fully trained, but you know what a pulse kind of feels like.
Now
You
you're
notice
punching
there's
it?
nothing there.
No, that was by accident. I didn't mean to do that.
You give it a punch out of frustration.
No. I'm not doing that. Please, I don't want to punch this woman's husband.
But yeah, you could tell that he doesn't seem to have what you would call a pulse. You can also see through the wound.
I'm sorry for your loss. I'm
we
gonna
were just-
check our fresh gen guy.
Oh, we were just out here for vacation. We were heading to Boggersman we heard about his bog, and we wanted to see what it looked like. People were kept talking about it in town.
Did the guide bring you here? Or did you
No.
come here?
We just kind of followed the paths, and then we just were walking down this one, and then that's when he jumped out of the bushes over there.
Bushes
She points
where the
at
cat just
the
ran
thing
into.
over there.
Well, ma'am, let me escort you at least a bit of the way down the road in case any others jump out of the.
Oh no,
nearby.
the hell with this! I'm gonna run back to town and tell the gods. It's
Yeah.
Well, that's what I meant. Like escort.
Also, if there's
down
any
the road.
valuables on your husband, I recommend taking them now and then having them come and recover the body.
that's the horrible part of it all. We left all our belongings, all our jewelry, gold, coins, all of it back at the inn. That we literally had nothing. He never gave us a chance.
Yuji, what the
round of
fuck?
applause.
Yuji, seriously, turn it
I'm
off.
Sorry.
Not
That
on
was
during gameplay. No distractions.
Not distracted. I was gonna ask a question.
Like playing
What
What was
something like
that then? You can't just brush that off. There was like a fucking giant static noise in your.
No, that was like a round of applause as soon as she announced she had no belongings and they brutally killed her husband. It's like a bad laugh track.
I was gonna ask, can we get a reward for saving her?
No! Oh my god, Yuji.
Your reward is you're not dead. Let's check what's on this guy.
Yeah, no. When I meant like take her down the road, I meant
Back
take
to,
her
back where we came
back
from.
back
She
to
just-
town, not to the.
She just because your character asked her that, right, Yuji?
Yes.
She just disdainly, like a look of disgust, looks
Yeah,
at you.
I would
look
like
at-
to. I would like to say that I have the same look of disgust.
Just-
All right, you, the Dragonborn, everyone's looking at Yuji now with this look of disgust, and you just look at them, not understanding why they're looking at you like this because of your lack of social norms.
And I
And-
climb the tree.
Start climbing the tree.
Okay.
I'll let you climb that tree. If you climb any others, there might be initiative. Just to warn you.
Yeah, like okay. So I would offer to. Would you like me to take you at least some of the way back to town?
Did you see anyone else on the road?
I didn't, but at the same time, I'm not sure if there's anybody else in the bushes around here.
Right, this will delay the time from noon to 1 o'clock.
I'll have plenty of
That's-
time to search the body.
I was gonna say, yeah, you two stay here because I don't want the lion coming with us anyway, and the halfling can then inspect the body.
Now, are you
Yeah.
going?
Cat yells from the tree, I heard that.
I don't think you did.
I just give him a look.
Now, are you planning to carry the body, or are you going to drag it?
I would carry the body.
What's your strength?
What my passive strength or whatever.
What is your strength itself? Actually, what is your strength multiplied by 30? No, wait.
Strength?
Multiplied by 15.
Well, calculator.
Calculator, go!
225.
Okay. How much gear are you carrying?
Or next to nothing.
Well, your gear plus body weight has to be less than 225.
I would almost guarantee that because I'm an unarmed monk.
These are elderly, somewhat elderly people. He's not overweight. I'd say Span could probably carry him.
Okay, he's fine then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the-
maximum carry capacity would be the only thing you have to worry about here since you're not push dragging, which would be easier, but you're trying to actually carry the body. So basically,
Yeah.
he becomes a backpack. a possession. I mean,
You
you're gonna
shove him in
probably
your
strap him
backpack.
over your back anyway, so. Or unless you're gonna, like, princess carry him. I don't know how you plan to carry him, but you can carry him.
Yes. I'll let you spin this. How do you carry the body of the woman's helpless husband?
Probably the well, you
Princess
put me in a
style?
situation- Probably princess style, just
Or
because that
duffel
seems like the
bag
most
style.
logical.
All right,
Princess style.
that's a good
I'll-
choice.
I'll carry that for you.
No.
No, Cat, you stay here.
Meow.
Make sure
You
I
gotta
don't get Make sure I don't
Hey.
get eaten by something while I check this guy for more clues.
Yeah.
Meow.
He's telling you to keep a look on the boss.
Meow.
You know what? Why don't you have a look and see if you can see anything from the treetops?
I'm going to sniff the air.
Okay, so he's gonna perception check while up in a tree.
Perception check in the tree. I'll let you do advantage because certain smells can raise and be easier to sniff at a height.
And you don't exactly want to find out which way the wind's blowing. Get all technical.
Alright, so you get a 17. Good thing, too, because your first roll is a 6. So you sniff the air and you smell the faint burning of wood.
Can I discern a direction?
I will let you discern a direction.
So I'm gonna say it's I'm going to kind of lunge into this tree right here.
Oh boy. Can I say that, like, at this point, Catlow has taken the body of the elderly woman, like, a
Well, yeah,
little
because
ways
it
down
would take
the road?
him. It would take him an action to do things. So you got at least 6 seconds, to pick up the body, and then you can
Yeah.
begin walking.
Yeah, the old lady's following me, so.
I'm gonna stealth myself in
How-
the tree.
How did you lunge? Because you wouldn't have reached that tree from where you were.
Well, no initiative. I could just kind of jump tree, like Tarzan style, tree branch to tree branch.
I mean, there's no initiative until you get the attention of somebody. So
How large is you?
Yeah, you are not a small cat.
Yeah, you are not
I would like to
small.
point that out.
Medium.
Fuku could get away with that because he's a small cat.
Wait, hold
What?
on a second. You're a medium?
He's a
Yeah.
medium. He's
Wow,
a
I'm
6
surprised.
foot tall cat.
I was gonna say that's still 6-foot cat. Yeah.
6'3".
Alright, I'll throw you a bone here. I'll say you're able to get at least as close as this before attention is drawn.
Now, attention directly upon me, or attention to the like
Everything.
jingle-
Directly upon you, which would draw attention to look around.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Alright, so you lunge a little bit closer. You're sniffing again.
Spam dead guy being princess cradled and old lady. You're probably a good 40 feet down the road by now. Unless
Yep.
old lady has a crippling injury.
Which I don't believe she was. I think she would have said something about
Well, I mean, being old, it might help. Because that would have given him time to have movement, and she might be. Well, I guess you'd be reducing your speed to match hers, but
Are you bringing her all the way back to the inn?
that. My idea was like at the edge of town. sort of
Okay.
thing.
basically within the earshot of guards.
Okay, so you're out of view. You're going to bring her to the guards, and then you're going to bring
Scoodle
back. Yeah.
He's gonna scoodle back.
And I'll say that since you went out of your way there and back, and it was an hour, you can give yourself 3 more HP.
Okay, nice, thank you.
And the
Do it
party's-
like an exercise.
Okay.
I mean, everyone else is fine because you're really the only one who fought, and Kisker helped, but he helped at a distance, so he didn't take any damage.
Is it like my character now appreciates the halfling's help?
It's like, damn, those arrows hit good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, like those that halfling is good with his arrow. So at this point, my character's like, I should find out that halfling's name.
Alright, so right now,
See,
You
always
walked
learn
off.
names by combat.
the
Fuck
halfling, I
introductions
believe,
in the bar.
was investigating the body.
Yeah, he's got the magic feather. I'm gonna see if he has any other magic marks, what he's got on him, how many arrows I can recover, etc., etc.
All right.
Money, jewels, anything good like that.
The loot determined will be perception check. No, investigation. Ooh, see?
I
I told
investigate.
you. I told you about those rolls. All right, so you pretty much find everything on this guy. Didn't have much, but you do find it. Let's see. Bring up the oh, it's over there. See, I wrote this stuff down in the bio, so it's easy to read it all. So on him, you notice that he's a little bit beefier. He's got studded leather light armor with an AC of 12, a weight of 10. His mace wasn't anything fancy. It's just a standard mace, weight 4. You find 20 gold pieces on his body. You also find a dragonborn looking necklace, or rather you find a necklace. It's you don't fully read the writing that's etched into the back. It has what looks like a dragonborn on it as like a covering. But you can't read it. Unless, do you have Draconic in yours?
Nope.
Yeah, so you can't read it. Sorry, I just assumed that.
Okay.
Right, and you also find a membership card for the Redfoots. It has 4 holes punched in it, with the 5th giving you a free sandwich.
Okay.
The name on it has been scratched out, so you can't tell the person's name.
Okay.
Right. What else did you want to know about him?
How many arrows I can recover?
You notice that... I'm sorry, I didn't have it written here. You notice that he has a heavy crossbow, weight of 18. So he has some bolts on him, but he does not have any arrows.
Well, he's got 2 sticking in him. How many bolts
You're
does
going to
he have?
retrieve your own arrows. Okay, yes.
How many bolts does he have?
He has about 6. It doesn't look like he used the crossbow much.
You didn't really get a chance.
I mean, have you seen those things? They're two-handed and they're heavy as shit.
I was gonna
You
say, yeah.
fire a heavy crossbow once, and then you drop it to fight with something else.
Like, in terms of how long that fight was, basically it was like 12 seconds or so. Just all of... When I think about it, it's quite funny, because my character basically just fucking JoJo'd him to death, and then 2 arrows got shot into his back. He got Boromired and JoJo'd all at once.
Bolts crossbow bolts are 1 1/2 pounds per 20. So let me do some fucking math. 1.5 divided by 20 equals 0.075 each. Okay. And yeah, I want to recover my arrows, which is usually half. So I get 1 arrow back. And nothing else about him?
Nothing else strange. You know that he's a human. He's just in standard clothes. They're black, but there's nothing fancy about them. The only thing the owner already noticed was just he had studded leather, which isn't as cheap as regular leather, so he put a little bit more time in his defense. Not that it helped him in this case,
It will
but
take
he tried.
me a minute to take his armor off.
Okay. You begin taking the armor off of him. Catman, what you got?
Catman's in a tree.
Oh, really?
Description.
So, am I noticed by anything that
You haven't been noticed by anything yet. You did get closer to that area, so the smell would be stronger. The others just know that you're in a tree right now.
Okay.
Also, you notice your friend digging through a tasty body over there.
And the only red and black feathery thing was in his hat?
Yep, the hat was the only red and black feather.
Did
The bolts don't have any feathers on them.
I'm gonna scoot.
They're very crudely made.
I'm gonna scoot over to this tree, trying not to make very loud sounds.
So you're just kind of rustling through the branches a bit on the
Yes.
far end of the tree away from where they are.
Yes. I'm gonna meow in the direction of my boss.
Because you're trying to secretly meow so they don't hear you.
Well, they
meow.
wouldn't know that there's a giant cat dude in the tree anyway.
If they hear a meow going to Kisker and Sam, they're gonna think it's gonna be somebody pretending to meow at the least.
I think there's just a large cat in the woods.
Since you're technically sneaky, do a stealth with advantage.
Stealth with advantage. I still
The
haven't
jet space cap.
Hold on, stealth. Hold on, where's my?
Spam, you could be back on your way.
Say again, Doc, sorry?
I said you could be back on your way to them.
Okay.
It's
So
a
I'm on my way.
19. I rolled a 19.
Okay. Both of those actually would have worked out fine. So you managed to meow in a beefily sneaky way towards your boss over there.
Meow. Meow.
Perception, but that was your investigation. Roll your perception.
Kisker. Is it Kisker roll or me roll?
Just good.
Oh,
That's good enough. So yeah, you hear this morphed version of a meow that you assume belongs to the cat because you haven't seen any other cats. It just sounds way too off to be a house cat.
I guess while slipping off the armor still look up and be like,
Meow. Meow.
I pop a shoulder piece off. I'm clearly taking off the armor of this dead guy.
And so you notice the halfling's really intent on getting that armor, or in your mind, the wrapping off that body.
Which takes a full minute or 10 turns.
You have the choice of heading back down there and trying to relay what you're meowing, or what do you...
Can I kind of stealth my way right about here?
Branch to branch?
Branch to branch.
Okay. That's very extent. Branches on the corners aren't going to be able to hold your cat ass. They'll either fall out of the tree prone, or get these guys interested in what the hell is going on in that tree.
Okay, can I break off a branch and kind of just throw it?
Will alert.
But they won't alert. If I break a branch, can I cut off a branch? Just kind of snip it off?
You could slice off a small twig.
Okay, and I want to throw the twig
You're
right there. Just want to throw it right there.
So you do want to alert them.
I want to alert them to the branch, not to me. I'm in a tree.
You're bringing them closer to you, you nuts!
Get up close to me. You sure you want to do this? DM fever.
No, you know what? No, yeah, you can't hear what I'm saying. Keep going.
You do that, you do.
Just right there.
Okay, he's doing it. Go for it, Doc.
Guy right here.
I can get there.
Like something going on around now.
It's like
And then they,
it's like this happens. Bing!
you know,
Slowly approaches.
now that you've done it, I can actually say this. You know, a tree full cover or anything, right? You see a orange-looking,
You might have
tiger
a fourth
hanging in
cover at best.
a green-ass tree.
Because you're like at the very edge of the
If
tree.
they look up.
Foliage is the least. You're huge, and you're a cat man.
Fair. Roll intimidation.
I'd say at the most you have like a third cover because you're black and you're blending in. So it's spotty, but they're starting to move over there. They're gonna, and once you reach into their passive, it's gonna initiate. So roll stealth check.
Where's my character sheet?
How
It's over
stealthy
here.
can you be? Hope you roll
I'm in
good.
a tree. My stealth. Do I still have advantage? I don't.
You're
Okay.
stealthing to see if they notice you, because you threw your branch there. He's close. Ah! There's some kind of cat man in that tree. So these now alerted.
How loud did they shout that? Did
Hold on.
Alright, so this guy was full on surprised. He yelled, "Catman!" in the tree.
I could have swear there used to be a ruler.
Oh my god.
You're 8 squares between you and him, diagonally.
Oh, that's why you wanted the grasshopper. Have a component bag? Isn't that what that's for?
Component bags, yeah. They have all the
Component
things.
bags have all the pieces you need, yeah. Maybe
They
he
contain everything that's not unique and like rare to get.
Yeah, it's you have everything that doesn't have a gold price like on it.
Yeah.
and
So you
you're like,
couldn't do a diamond worth at least 100 gold pieces with it, but all the flock of string, piece of lint, all that crap, it's all in.
Yeah.
And in the process of the cat doing these hijinks, you have gotten the armor off that guy. Spam's
All right.
15 feet or so away from you. You start seeing him approaching you
So
again.
I was gonna drag him over to this tree next, so he's not on the road.
I
Okay.
don't think all of you are in. Actually, if
I'm
Yuji
going
initiates combat, all of you are
I'm
involved
going
in it.
to jump over here.
No, you don't, because you have to roll for initiative.
You alerted them to your presence.
Okay. I wanted to use that spell though, which is triple my distance.
You choose to do that when it's your turn.
I'm gonna roll initiative. I'm gonna hit this.
Now you've ruined any surprises I could do.
I'm gonna hit this button. Well, if they don't see where I jumped to, it's a whole different
No,
situation.
no, they're alert now. They're going to be looking around for what the fuck was that?
Also, they're gonna see a fucking lion leap from a tree.
It's not exactly oh, you can still hide. No. No, you can't.
Holy shit.
Right.
And one guy is like, I know
That's the guy that investigated the twig.
I can see through time! I'm going to die.
This guy's gonna launch an attack.
Yuji has +2 to his armor class for being half covered.
Oh my god, this guy's sheet is set to whisper me. It's an attack of 18. Does that hit, Yuji?
Yes.
My AC is 16, so yes.
Yes,
Well,
that.
your armor class is technically 18 right now, and yes.
And you get you lucked out a bit. He gets a little sun in his eye. He shoots at you, and it's you get 1 piercing damage. Just grazes your shoulder. The bolt he shoots at you.
Oh my god, you rolled. That's some luck.
You move over the. Remember, you're in that tree. You're about 15 feet up at the moment, but they're closing in on you. He ends his turn.
Okay, then I'm just gonna say screw it and jump out. Jump.
You are 15 feet away, so that will not cause. I forget what it's called, but they won't get an attack of opportunity. Lucky man.
So I'm gonna use my jump spell, which triples my. I believe it said triples my movement speed.
Sure, you don't mean distance? So that's kind of weird.
Distance is tripled into.
Jump is to. Jump distance is tripled until the spell ends, which is a whole minute. Your jump, as we said, from a standing position, is what was it? Half your strength, so like 10. So you're not running, so you can't get the running long jump. So you get 10. Triple is 30.
So you can jump 30 feet.
Okay. How do I do this?
I'm just curious to see which direction you're jumping.
I'm gonna jump right about there.
Oh god.
Okay.
So, whatever.
From tree
You're
to
jumping-
tree.
Tree to tree right now. Anything else?
Okay, so I'm
If you
going
click
to.
out, it won't save.
I'm going to throw this hand axe at him. And that probably didn't. Oh shit!
You missed.
But roll a hit. You rolled a 9
Yeah,
fire.
you roll a. What the
The
fuck?
fuck? How did
That's not
I rolled
even
a-
relevant.
how did I roll burning hands? I thought I had hand axe.
Oh my god.
It's more higher up on your sheet in that area.
Plus, that's what I meant to hit. I meant to hit disadvantage.
When
Okay,
you throw hand axe, you no longer have the hand axe.
Yeah.
there we go.
Okay, so hand X, 22.
That's it. 22. That does hit. You hit him for 7.
And now you no longer have a hand X.
I have 2 of them.
Well, now
No, you have one.
Now, and there's a hand X on the ground.
I would like to loudly meow, like a over this way meow.
Loudly meows, trying to alert everybody.
Well, he definitely alerted the enemies. They know where he is.
Yep.
Well,
Guaranteed.
They knew where I was when I jumped over here, didn't they?
So now
Now they definitely know.
This is a one shot, right? So it really
Yes,
doesn't
it's a
matter
one shot.
if the cat gets killed.
I mean, these characters can continue on to other adventures. But
I like how that's his thought process. Like, you know what? He could just die.
so, Catman did his jumping tree to tree. You saw him. One of the guys. All you saw was him jump tree to tree, and he threw an axe at something. Your character goes.
all my character sees on this is just like, this can't be anything good.
Remember, you can also dash.
This is great and horrible.
Dashing is an option where you can double your speed when you run.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna move and then dash to double my movement. 5, 40, 45, 50. I assume around this is the point where I get line of sight and see that he has alerted.
Oh yeah. You have line of sight.
So at this point, I now understand the situation and turn back to the halfling and go, the cat's found enemies. To say that, like, loudly enough that he can hear it, but not so loudly that they can, like, are alerted to my presence. I'm still trying to sort of, like, sneak here. If that
Half-ass sneaking, alright.
Because I assume that they are very much focused on the giant cat in the tree right now.
Yeah, their focused is still at the tree where he jumped.
Yeah.
So they would be looking like in this direction, but not looking where you are. They'd be looking in the tree.
Right, I've taken 55 movement, so
I still can't click on this guy because of the loot.
60, 65, 70, 75, 80. Right, I'm here, like, I'm hiding behind one of the trees.
Okay.
Alright, that's my turn, yeah. With that, I'm gonna go grab a glass of water, because I need one. I'll be right back.
Alright, so now Spam's turn is ended. Now it's time for Thug Trace. Hi, Citizen.
Trace Thug, where's Thug?
Yeah, I'm on the bridge, so signal keeps cutting out because I'm too far from land.
So far, my cat's amazing.
Alright, I think you're the only one that thinks
It
that.
seems like when I get about 8 miles away from the nearest piece of land, the signal drops.
I didn't select disadvantage or advantage. Yeah, neither of those worked. Because you said you're 16, right, Yuji?
Yep.
Alright, so he misses.
He's a 16, and if he has any cover, he has bonus.
So he fires the arrow at you, it just whizzes past. Your cat in the tree tactic seems to be working for the moment. Alright, he ends his turn. Goes to Kisker.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish what I was doing. So I'm gonna drag this body to right in front of me here. And I have a bonus
Right.
action that allows me to do dash, so I can move back, basically.
Okay.
Because that's double my movement there and back.
Alright, so you
And
drag
then-
the body back.
That is a long shot.
It's a long shot.
That is 50 feet.
What's
Was that-
what's the range?
Was that heavy crossbow loaded by chance?
He had it loaded, ready to go, just never fired it.
I want
It's two-handed though.
Oh yeah, I know. So is bow and everything else. But okay, so disadvantage. I don't get proficiency bonus with this.
It's not over 100, so you don't get disadvantage.
Oh, I get disadvantage. I'm not proficient with it.
Oh, well, never mind then.
So rolling 1d20. And
I'm back.
17.
It really wanted you to be a 17 then.
I rolled a
That
se-
does hit.
Alright, this is... And then I'm gonna drop it on the ground. Let's
You
see.
didn't roll your damage. Oh, there you go.
Damage is
Heavy crossbow.
1d10.
I barely hit him.
Man, these crossbows suck. Every time they hit someone, it only does 1 damage.
They're using soft pelleted bolts and not deadly bolts. It's obviously made to subdue, not kill.
You were attacking the trace, right?
The closest guy.
Okay.
Well, angle.
This
That-
one
No, the one above
or
it.
this one?
That guy.
This
Big,
so far
big
he's the
guy.
only one to take damage.
And then I drop that on the ground because it's fucking heavy.
All right, so this guy gets hit by an arrow from over there. He's like, "Oh, there's more of them." All right, and that ends your turn.
Yep, that ends my turn.
So this guy hears his turn is up.
Oh, right. Now, that may have not happened. I forgot I had to roll by normal, so let me do a double check. Could have missed completely. Oops, that's a D10. 20. No, so it horribly missed completely. Didn't
Oh,
work.
okay.
One of my roommates, I was telling my roommates about these one-shots we're doing, and they expressed interest in doing them.
Yeah. I forgot I had to do disadvantage, and I didn't have an actual tactic for it. So
Well, I
only
might be
attacked
more
once.
familiar with it the next time, so I could probably plan for it.
So,
I know,
so technically, I fire a heavy crossbow, miss horribly, and nothing else happens.
Yep. So he gained his health back mysteriously, but he knows an arrow zipped by him.
Maybe. I missed horribly. I rolled a 3.
I'm surprised.
At that
Honestly,
rate, I might have hit the cat.
Yeah, if you hit a 1, that definitely would have happened. Alright, so it's this guy here. He moved close to Yuji. It's like, bloody cat's still in the tree! Goes to shoot the bow. Duo really likes to hide. There it is. Ooh, that hits. I mean, do I even really have to roll the second time, Yuji?
Hey, you hit me with a, what, 5 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Arrow zips out and it hits you.
Crossbow
Minus 5 damage. This thing's sticking out of your shoulder now.
Where's the button I hit for that?
I got it.
That one. 25. There we go.
Okay, and he also shuffles a bit.
Okay. Okay.
Alright, and then the next guy goes.
Why do I know this song?
It's just got battle travel.
There's no R in that. Battle Tavel. Oh no, Yuji's dying. Ka-tunk. Ah. He's starting to look like a pincushion. He was
You got hit by another 2.
was secretly a porcupine all along.
How long do I have one jump? I still can jump, right?
A minute, which is 10 turns.
Yeah, so
One,
you still got
so
jumping.
You have 9 turns.
Oh, I can definitely jump then.
I like how your resolve here is, I'll just jump again. Even though I'm getting shot full of crossbow bolts.
They're starting to get past that tree trunk spam.
Okay, so I should try and dodge around that if possible, okay?
If you're still trying to avoid them, yeah. Alright, and he ends his turn. Alright. It is your turn again, Yuji.
I'm gonna jump right about, what is it, 30? Right about here.
That can be done.
Oh, I hate you.
All the villains turn in that direction.
And I'm gonna toss another axe.
You know distance affects those.
Yeah, that's,
Disadvantage.
yeah.
disadvantage.
Like
Go ahead.
35 feet plus.
Just getting really lucky with these throws. But let me just
Nope.
calculate, make sure
He only
you're...
had 2 hand axes. Now he doesn't.
Okay. So that was your last hand axe.
Who needs friends when I have knives? I'm out of knives!
How tall is this wooden fence post area?
That's his one axe. Which one were you attacking, Yuji?
The same one I attacked the first time.
He's all the way back here.
Yeah, that wouldn't have hit.
But that guy?
Yeah, that's two.
That's 55 feet straight off, but you're also up high. That's too far.
Okay,
You
fine,
would
that's
not
that.
have hit him.
I mean, yeah, I'll give you another pick because if that was who you were intending, that's past 60, and that's an instant miss.
Okay, I'll hit this guy.
Okay.
Derpy guy number 1. Or is he derpy guy number 2? I don't know. He is.
That's good. So you know where the axes are.
Staying.
Do axes work like ammo, or he can actually pick up the axes?
He can go pick up the axes.
I'm gonna.
See,
I'm gonna
the
make a
reason why
roll on
ammo
it, though.
does it is it could chip and break off of armor and that sort of stuff, making it unusable until fixed.
Okay, so that's 7. Yeah, so that's 7 damage he got. Making sure that's calculated right. Yep. All right. Anything else, Yuji?
Nope.
Okay. I still love the fact that all three of you have not known each other's names yet.
Well, Spam and I are going to get to know each other because that
I was
first
going to say,
combat, we went great. Now we got to deal with this combat, though.
I was going to say, my plan was to come back and be like, oh, hey, thanks for the help with the last fight. What's your name, Halfling?
I mean, that
Yeah.
could have worked.
Unfortunately,
We could have had this
Of course,
wonderful
cat.
role play, and then this happened.
Fucking asshole cat!
A cat hole.
All right,
Can't keep
Yuji.
his fucking paws out of the fucking shit.
All right, Spam.
I go again.
Do your maneuvers. I'm assuming that's a thick branch or thick trunk he's around.
Yeah.
And
And
like 3/4 cover.
they don't know that you're there, so you do have advantage on an attack.
Yeah, okay. What I was gonna... So, okay. What would you say would be my maneuverability around this tree? I was thinking, like, as long as I avoid these 4 spaces in the middle of the tree.
Basically, the 4 in the middle of the tree there is the trunk.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And you're like on the edge of the trunk. So you're like, hands are on the trunk, you're leaning more on the outside of it, looking at them, ready to dash
like-
out.
Well, like, would I be able to go here, so sort of under the tree, but next to the trunk?
That would work, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I can... Right.
I mean, that'll shade you from the sun.
It's very,
sure
very
it
nice. Yeah. The reason I want to do that is because I want to maneuver around the tree. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm
30.
trying to fit.
Don't forget this.
I'm trying to see if there's a way.
40 will put you in front of him. That's fighting range. But that stuff on the ground there is loot, so I'll have you do like an acrobatics.
Yeah. No, the reason I want to is because I'm trying to see if I can hit with a 15-foot cone attack I have.
A cone attack would hit that, yeah.
So, is that just because that gives me what they need to roll, and then breath weapon is this.
They need to do
DC.
saving throws.
Ice? Huh.
Ice, yeah.
Ice.
Ice dragon. Anyway,
So you did a cone weapon, right?
yeah, I did a cone weapon, and then I'll slink back into the trees. With
I had a
blast.
con save for all 3 of them, but all 3 weren't hit, right?
Only
Yeah,
two.
it's only the first two. Only the first two. That were these two who were next to each
Okay,
other.
so Trace... Yeah, Trace is the one who's standing over there that looks different than the other 2. So, he avoided it. He didn't
Oh,
need
you
to roll,
bitch.
but he wanted to be included. And
He's the only
no
one
one
who's there,
knows.
you fuck.
I know. It's just weird how that worked out. But it says it right there, Trace.
Yeah, it's fine. So they both
Yeah.
take 3 damage each.
Yep.
Then, like I said, with the last 10 feet of my movement, is slinking back into the tweeds.
Slinks back behind the tree. Becomes one with the tree.
Alright, so he lost 3, he lost 3. Which is kind of funny because the one who avoided the attack entirely was called Tres, which is Spanish for 3.
Ha ha ha.
So that happened. And you snuck 10 feet back?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's back partially in the tree area.
Know that there's a dragon man in those trees
There's a
shooting
dragon
fire breath at them. That's
Icy.
icy.
Icy breath.
Icy fire breath.
Is that where Icy Hawk comes from?
Yes. Alright, and now it's Trez's turn. Just saw 2 of his friends get blasted. I want to shoot that dragon guy. Alright, he's going to go nya. How do you get an NPC to do an acrobatics check? Is that just rolling against his dex?
Well, acrobatics itself uses dex, so if he's not proficient in it, yeah, it'd just be like a good old roll.
Alright, he doesn't topple.
Why aren't you
'Cause that's
having
like
your icons on
prepping.
top?
Alright, he's run to you now. And he is not surrounded by his buddies, so he only has multi-attack.
Oh,
Without advantage.
Oh, good. Everybody has multi-attack. This is fantastically horrible.
I know. This is also, like, according to the encounter thing, a 4-person thing, so keep that in mind. And you got one of your people in a tree. I haven't seen him hit anybody yet.
And there's only 3 of us total.
18 hits, so it takes 7, yeah.
7 bludgeoning. He's like, yeah, it's for my buddies. No, sorry, that's wrong. That's for my mates. Right? And he's so confident he swings again. A little too confident. That misses, right?
Yes.
Okay. Bloody hell. And did you deduct 7 damage from you? It looks like you
Yes,
did.
I did. Yeah.
Alright. Still has a little movement, so he's gonna shuffle. He's-
Wait. Oh no, he's still in my range. Okay. So yeah, I don't get an attack.
Come on, Dragon Boy. Even though you're a girl. Alright, and that ends his turn. Cycling back to Kisker.
Okay. I guess we're gonna go with that guy up there. He's the closest. Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Six damage.
And it was this one again?
Yeah, that right there. And then we're gonna do a little skadoodle.
Keeping that distance.
Damn right. And that will end my turn. I don't have no multi-attack fun jibber.
So this guy is going to run out. He's going to attack Yuji.
Likes that cat in a tree.
No advantage, so
However,
13 hit.
It is not a hit.
No hit.
Definitely not a hit.
Alright, so he's going to end his turn then. this thug's turn.
Fighting all these thuggalos.
He gets advantage. Alright, you go with the higher number. 20 hits Yuji, correct?
That is correct, sir.
That arrow shoots out and just hits you right in the other shoulder. So you got 2 crossbow bolts sticking in you. And you got like a cut on your cheek somewhere from the other one. The guy goes, yeah! And he ends his turn. Now it's Yuji's turn.
Ugh! Ah! Okay.
Fucking hell! You have to scream into the mic.
Should I interpret that as a failed jump and you fell out of the tree?
I just fell over my bed. Shut up. Okay.
Are you prone?
Yuji himself is prone, yes. I drew the crossbow on the ground for you, so we remember what
Thank
it
you.
is.
I'm going to pounce on this guy right here. Just boom out the tree.
Do you have a pound skill?
No, I'm just going to jump out the tree in front of him.
Oh, okay. Just checking, because there is something called pounce.
I wish I had it. Okay. And
Do you attack? And if you do you hit? And how hard?
I'm going to use Great Axe. Does that why is it, hold up? Does it? Oh, I still have disadvantage selected.
Still going by the first number.
Does it hit?
In this case it does, yes.
Okay.
Gotta make sure you update your sheet.
Do that.
Okay, 10 slashing. And it was this guy, right? In front of you?
Yeah.
Ooh, he felt that one. He almost sliced through an arm. Hasn't deterred him though. He's really focused on getting you.
These guys are Zerg rushes.
Okay. Then I'm going to use Action Surge. Action Surge.
Starting at second level, you can push yourself beyond the level limits. On your turn, you can take one additional action on top of your regular action and a possible bonus action. Once you use this feature, you must finish a short or long rest. Alright, go ahead and take another action.
Okay. Now I'm going to use that one.
Alright, got a 22, that does hit. Oh well, almost got a high one on that. So 12 for that, and I assume
3 goes to
12 to the guy in
adjacent
front, and then 3 to the other guy.
Yeah. It's a miniature AoE.
Why does it sound like you've been eating this entire time, Yuji?
Because he has
Because
probably.
he has. Or he's been chewing on something. That's
You
what
can't
it is.
prove anything. I have no cheese.
Alright,
He ate all the
Very
cheese.
distracting. Can you, like, eat away from the mic?
did you have a bonus action?
No, but I didn't use all my movement speed, so I'm going to jump back into the tree.
That will disengage and he has an advantage attack.
Shit. Hold on.
Attack of opportunity.
Fine, I'll end my turn.
Okay.
Still eating into the mic, Yuji.
No, I'm not. I'm not even eating anything anymore.
He's just eating his mic span.
He's just nomming on the mic now.
Now, here's the other wedge of cheese right here, but I'm going to mute my mic for that one.
The other wedge of cheese? There was more. Did he literally get a wedge of cheese when you
he
threw him
literally
the
got a
piece?
wedge of teas and ate it.
Wow. You missed it,
He's
Ants.
LARPing while he plays.
In the tavern, Kisker threw him a piece of cheese. So I guess in real life, Yuji got a piece of cheese. Alright, so Spam, Your turn.
Oh no.
You have a dude next to you. He does not look happy to see you.
Okie doke. Right. I'm a punch.
A one punch.
1 pound. Yeah.
That does hit. 6.
And then I will use flurry of blows.
Gonna flurry his blows.
Hot.
Boom. Punch.
That hits.
And then I'm gonna use this thing. I want to knock him prone. To get 13 or higher.
That didn't
on
happen.
the floor, you bitch!
And he failed.
I basically just elbowed him in the fucking head and he went down.
Because this guy's not having a good day. He got punched twice.
Oh no, I'm not done either.
Yeah,
The thing is,
he's still got he's got his flurry of blow thing. That was just a technique bonus.
Yeah, I can just go again.
He has a good attack left. He's gonna
Alright, so
kick
you
him
have
in
one
the balls.
attack left, and you can do it
Aha!
at advantage.
Oh, yeah.
Although you don't
Well,
need to.
No, roll
Well,
advantage.
I'll do
Maybe
it.
he crits. Maybe he crits. He
Yeah!
crits!
Slam down your fist, and just the ground shakes a bit. The tree trembles, and his head just explodes. It's,
Yeah!
it's a pancake on the ground now. It's prone, and he's never
He's
getting
very much prone. Forever.
Alright, in that case, I'll take my movement. 5, 10, 15.
So in that case, squeak.
5.
little X marking the dead.
Do they know I'm here?
They know you're there.
But they knew
'cause
I-
You blasted them.
Well, yeah, but did they know I'm sneaking up at them now? Because
Yeah, they've been in
Yeah,
combat.
they know.
They're alert
okay,
to combat.
alright, that's fine then. I'll stay here for now because I don't want to get into their line of sight yet. Because they're more focused on the time.
I mean, that guy might turn and be like, "Oh God!" and shoot his crossbow.
Lion.
His lion of sight.
I don't care what you are, Eugene. I'll be fair.
Alright, so you're done with your turn then?
Yes.
Okay. Thug 3 goes. He just kind of bleeds all over the ground with his headless mass.
You could,
And then it is Kisker's turn.
it's like you could probably remove him from your order.
I don't know exactly how to do that safely.
Is
Wait,
is
little trash
this
can.
wooden fence blocking my shot, giving him like partial cover?
Not really. It's like one of those farm fences where it has a gap between. It's really not going to stop anything.
It could be partial cover still. That's why I'm asking.
And another showed up.
I wouldn't consider that partial. You're fine.
Oh no, my lowest roll yet.
Oh no.
That does not hit. It just ka-chunks in the fence post.
And then I slither into the back corner.
Slither. Alright. End turn.
Enter.
Okay. Thug's 2 turn. He sees this cat man in front of him. Doesn't know what happened to his buddy, but he knows that dragon just came out of the tree where his buddy was.
And it's probably covered in blood.
And he's going to take his frustration out on this cat. And that is Thug Dose.
His lion of sight is directly ahead. And it's a miss.
Oh wait, that's right. It's keep forgetting to do advantage on him.
Roll again.
The first one on that was a 14, so 14 does not hit. So he goes for his second swing because they have multi-attack. That one, I believe,
That
hits.
one
21, Eugene?
That definitely hits.
Yep. Yeah, that hits.
All right, that's 8. All right, you take that mace square to the chest, with a chink into your arm. It starts cracking it a bit. You felt that.
Your chainmail doesn't help against bludgeoning.
He yells back to his buddy, "I'll soften them up for you." And ends his turn.
Ah, yes, the guy with
Since
20
Spam is
initiative.
standing near him, he's able to move forward. He now has advantage as well.
So he's leaping the fence.
Yeah, I'd say leaping fence. Let's just make sure he's not clumsy.
Watch him be clumsy. No, he's not clumsy.
No, he's definitely not clumsy. And Trez threw in another. That's weird.
Yeah,
Trez is dead, but he's.
Trez is
he's
dead,
not
but he rolled a
back.
7 somehow.
I guess he just rolled over or something.
He twitched. He twitched. Yeah.
So Dose, he's going to wind up his mace and a swing and a miss. He's not one to let friggin' Arthur over here show him up, so he's just going to swing again and a miss. Just lowers his head in shame and ends his turn.
Oh.
Now it's cat turn. Lion
Okay.
cat.
Multi-attack and advantage, and he's still going to hit the cat.
I'm going to. Do that.
With his green flame blade.
You swing your flame all fancy. It illuminates, but doesn't hit anything. You think you hear them giving you a brief applause.
Carmen San Diego.
I can't do much of anything.
If you move, both get an attack of advantage.
Oh, I know.
Back off duty. Not wise.
I'll risk it.
Risk sitting there or risk moving?
No, I'll just stay. Fine.
Okay.
Okay.
That is the safer thing to do.
I mean, it's a good chance. Spam's on his way over there.
Yeah.
Cat ends his turn. It is now Catlow's turn.
Yeah. Right. I can like punch over this fence, right?
Yeah, just consider it a farm fence.
All right.
I mean, you're 6 foot something tall. For me, it'd be a clamor.
You could probably punch through it too. Just you would hit them square in the nuts.
Or the ankles. Go for the kneecaps.
Right. So. I mean, yeah, I guess I'll just punch him in the square in the face. Or square in the back of the head, I suppose.
You're also at a key, I believe.
Yep.
Yes, I am.
No
So I
more
can only
key.
do,
That 20 does hit.
I can only do the one punch.
One punch.
One punch!
Except it was weak.
5. You hit the one in front of you?
Yeah,
That guy.
square in the head. Poof.
Alright, so that makes contact. Anything else?
Fuck.
That is low enough to hit it.
Oh, wow.
Alright, so we know it's at least 11.
Just double punch in the head. Poof, poof.
Is that the same one?
Yes, it is. Where are you, Kiska?
Alright, so you punch him
You're over there.
after discovering that you not have to. You can somehow attack a second time without burning through ki, which is contrary to what you were taught as a monk. Your fist erupts from the front of his ribcage, and he just drops.
Oh, yay.
He are dead.
And turn.
Yes, enter.
Okay. Now it is Kisker's turn. There's one enemy remaining on the screen.
Oh no, this
He
one
just
guy
saw his
left.
friend's ribcage explode. Yeah, that hits. Oh, he is barely holding on. He's beaten, bruised, got freezer burns. Now he's got an arrow in his knee. Is that follow-up damage?
It's additional damage.
Additional damage, and he just can't hold on to life anymore. He just drops. Slowly whispering, "Why did I choose this?"
I chose the wrong life.
And that ends the turn.
Now we have more bodies to search.
You got a body over now,
Hooray!
body over now, body over now, and you got their camp. Sorry for the abrupt ending there. There really wasn't a good spot to cut it to transition between the two. So this session itself, the whole thing, ended up being about 4 or more hours. And so this whole episode was about the combat, the build up to it. The next episode is going to be the direct continuation of this, where they investigate the camp, deal with the fourth player who finally arrives home and joins the team, and then they'll continue onward to the cave to where the one-shot itself begins. There's a few improv elements in there, but this encounter here was fully original and thought out. So I hope you enjoyed it. Everyone was getting used to their characters, so I'm sorry if the combat was a little longer than you're accustomed to, but it's I hope you had fun. And well, we'll see you next time.